So, hey, good morning. It's Pete and Peter today from the Maven Partnership. And
good morning.
Morning. It still confuses me, Pete, having another Pete on the call. It's two legends, as we say. My mum's a coin to us, I tell you. No, yeah, we've been working together. Just had a quick chat to have a catch up on your campaign, and I've brought your good self to sort of have a chat and hopefully educate other agents about your experience with us, really, in terms of running Google Ads for you. So, Pete, I don't know whether you remember. I mean, it was over coming up to a year now. About May last year. We've been working together since June 21. If you could just basically share with the world, i.e., estate agency land, about what was the pain that you started off with, and hopefully how we've managed to fix it for you, and tell your story basically if you can.
Yeah, no, sure. So, I came across Pete on John Paul's group, actually, the agency growth strategies, and Google Ads is something I've never done with my business, and not being sort of too up and too techie, I found looking at it myself a bit of a minefield. So I approached Pete, who is definitely an expert in the field, and Pete's really helped our business grow our area from our sort of traditional base to sort of further afield, and he's done that really by producing us seller leads from areas where we wouldn't necessarily have received them if we hadn't been advertising on Google.
Yeah. So it's all about expanding your area, wasn't it? Really, it was about
Yeah, definitely. We were very sort of dominant in our traditional patch, but I wanted to push it further afield, and Pete's definitely helped with that for sure.
Yeah, cool. Well, that's. I mean, is there any lessons that you'd say? Because I like to sort of go, yeah, it's great, or Pete's the best thing since sliced bread. No, I'm not. By the way, I'm very humble, not. But hopefully we hold our own in a very competitive industry and competitive sector. But is there a lesson? I don't know whether you've got any kind of lessons or tips that you'd like to give maybe someone who's on the fence about.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose anybody who's thinking of doing similar, I would say maybe go to an expert rather than doing it yourself, because it can become very time consuming having to learn how the back end of Google works. And I suppose you've got to ask yourself, do you want to be putting your time into learning that, or paying someone like Pete who can do it very quickly and efficiently for you? So I would say maybe the lesson would be, just get someone in that knows what they're talking about.
Yeah, I think that and thanks very much, by the way, and I really appreciate that. You make me blush. But it's a case it's a case of where you're focus on your own genius, essentially. Where do you want to be? Do you want to be messing about with techie numbers, or Google having a stress attack, or going out knocking doors, or going out and hopefully the results of the leads that any of these services give you, whether it's social media as well as search, because the beauty of search is that they've actually got to go looking for you, so they're a bit higher intent. But at the end of the day, you need to do all these things.
One thing I really like about working with Pete is the video reports that you send over once a month, just sort of screen sharing the stats. Really, it's much better from my point of view to have a video and an easy to understand sort of couple of minutes sort of talk from you, rather than maybe you just sending over a spreadsheet, which I might not even look at. So the monthly video updates are definitely really good.
Yeah, hopefully in really layman's terms, this is what's working, this is what's not. Let's work on what's not, so we hopefully bring the measurement up, and right from there. So no, but thanks for your time today, Pete.
Pleasure.
Let the lovely people crack on and make your own decision. If you are an agent and you're looking for help, maybe you feel that you're not getting out to the amount of opportunities, then apply to join. You'll be glad to know, Pete, that we don't take on every agent in the areas that we take on, simply because obviously Pete's got his area. We don't take any other agents in his area for obvious reasons. But obviously that we're looking at. We've actually got an old school map upstairs and it's like proper, you know, a nautical map. It's like proper of the UK, and it's getting, you know, hopefully it's we're drawing figures and all sorts all over it at the moment. So you know, yeah. Well, long story short, apply to join if you'd like to have a chat with us. We can set up a discovery call, and I'll let. But thanks for your time today, Pete. Appreciate that, mate.
Pleasure.
Take care, mate.